Thank you for clicking in. We are going to go over all of the tips and best practices that we have for managing your Epic administrative account. I'll give you a quick introduction, not only on who I am, but the team that I work with, and then we're going to dive into that Epic administrative portal. We're going to look at things through all of the drop downs, and then I'll show you some areas on discprofile.com for facilitation support, and if you purchase from us, where to go to do that. My name is Amy, and I am a part of this fabulous team that you see on the screen here, and we're going to be your disc experts. We're your first contact if you have any technical questions, you want a little bit more information on background, or need some support with the administrative account, any new product demos or anything like that. We're here to help you, as well as some initial setup questions. The team that's on the screen is going to be happy to help you. We're available via phone or email, and we're happy to also do screen shares if that's something that you need. Diving straight in, we're going to look at that home page initially. This is going to have a direct link for you to purchase some Epic credits. It's also going to have our contact information if your account resides with us. We always like to keep a piece on what's new and what's kind of happening with Disc and Epic. There is also an opportunity for you to customize your homepage, and you can see at a glance those pending and completed reports. Let's take a look at the homepage. When you get logged into your admin account, you're going to see something similar to this. It's going to have a message from us at discprofile.com. If you're our customer, it's going to have our contact information on the cover, a direct link for you to go over to our website and purchase those credits so you can replenish your balance inside your account. We are also going to have some really great information in here as far as upcoming events that we're having, additional information for new products and stuff like that. You are able to customize your homepage a little bit if you wanted to take advantage of some of the different options that they have. And you're also able to adjust and move things around to make it a little bit more visually appealing for you. The Manage Reports drop-down menu is probably going to be the most lived-in drop-down. You're able to send out your reports from here, create those group reports after everybody's completed. You can either view the reports in a one-off basis if you just need to grab a couple people, or you can do some batch reporting where you're able to download or a large sum of people in one go. Back in that admin account, we're going to do Manage Reports is going to be up underneath that Epic logo up in the top left here. And when we're looking at this drop down, there's a lot of options in here. We're going to start out in that top one there. Create a new report / issue access code. This is where you're going to be able to select which code you want to send out. So we'll start in that everything disc world, and in that product drop down, there's a large list of options here. When we're talking about sending out a profile link for somebody to complete, we're going to stay up on the top options here. Catalyst is going to get them into that Catalyst platform. If you would like to learn more about Catalyst, please reach out to discprofile.com. We're happy to give you all kinds of information on what that looks like. The Agile EQ to the Worka Leaders profiles. When you send out one of these profiles, your participant is going to receive a link, and they're going to answer questions on the specific topic that you've selected. And then when they're finished, a PDF is generated for that individual. We'll go ahead and do a sales profile just as an example for today. Language does default to English. If you did need a different language option and you're not seeing it in the dropdown, feel free to reach out to us. Not every profile is available in every language. If it is available, we will go ahead and work on getting that into your admin account. We'll click on that blue button option and we'll click Next. After we've clicked Next, we will see that we're doing the Everything Disc sales profile in English, and it is going to be 25 credits per person to send this link out to people. The report content, I'm going to go ahead and recommend that you check all in that area there. And then the My Everything Disc options. If you're seeing this feature inside your admin account, it is an additional piece for your participants to be able to gain access and learn more, not only about themselves, but also connect to other people. They're able to search for people via email or name, and then they do have to send them a request to connect. And once that's approved, then they're able to look at the comparisons and build groups with those people that they are connected with. If you are going to check one of those boxes, I do recommend that you check all 3 of them. It's really great content, and it is a really nice area for them to get additional information about themselves. We'll go ahead and click on that blue button option next, and we are getting into a spot where we're able to organize our admin account a little bit. If you wanted to create a folder, it is completely optional. You may see some stuff in the dropdown. If you are brand new into your admin account, it's likely that you're not seeing anything in that dropdown menu, at which point you'll go ahead and click on that new folder, and you'll go ahead and type in that new folder name. We're seeing people create these by date or by project name. Maybe it's a manager, really whatever is going to make sense to you and your additional administrators in this account, so that you guys can have some sort of a organization structure inside your Epic admin account. Once you've selected your folder, you are able to do a subfolder if you would like. This is just a second level of organization that you're able to do if you wanted. Again, completely optional. Delivery and auto reminder options. There's a couple different ways that you can go about doing this. What this means is when your participants are going to receive their link and a reminder. If I leave it as immediately, when I am done with this process, the links will start to go out to my participants. If I select on this date, it will bring up a date and time when I want the links to go out. I can set this for a little bit later today, or I can set this for 3 weeks in the future, whatever makes sense for me and the project that I'm working on with these participants. When we're talking about send a reminder, I'm going to recommend that you have Epic work for you a little bit and click on that if not completed by. Again, you'll see a date and time that you're able to select when you want the administrative account to send reminders to those that have not completed. It does not deactivate the code. It is just going to send a reminder email to those that have yet to complete by the date specified. You are able to create a custom reminder subject if you would like to. This is going to appear in that subject line, and you can make this as urgent as needed so that they know they need to complete the profile. I'm going to recommend that you set this date a couple days before you would like the profiles due. So if I'm going to send out this link and I would like the profiles to be completed by Friday, maybe we're having a session this week, I'm going to go ahead and set it for the 6th so that anybody that hasn't completed it's going to get a really nice reminder email. When we're talking about the reminder subject, you're able to put whatever you would like in there if you're going to use that custom reminder option. Typically, you're just putting something in there that's letting them know that they do need to complete their profile. System variables are an opportunity for you to add a little bit more customization to anything that you're having Epic help you with. Inside those brackets is what Epic will autofill for you based off of information that you've entered. So if we were to select respondent name, then anything that's typed outside of those brackets will come up after the respondent's name. So if I was the problem child, Epic will send me an email that says, Amy, please complete your DISC profile by end of week. If we scroll down a little bit, we're going to look at the add respondent options. There's 3 different tabs here. 2 of them are to get brand new people, and one of those is if you have existing reports inside your admin account and maybe you want to use some of that information already. Brand new accounts aren't going to have a whole lot of data to use existing report from, but it is an option as you grow inside your account. And I'll demonstrate that here in just a second. When we're talking about entering an individual, this is best if you have just a couple people that you would like to send out your access codes to. You're either going to type or copy paste their email and their name, and then their quantity is going to be 1, and view report is for the participant. When we're talking about the PDF versions of the profiles, so non-Catalyst profiles, we're able to have this option for the participants to either receive their results right when they finish, or if you were to select no, it will give them a nice thank you note after they've finished, send you a notification that they've completed, and then you can download and email their report if needed. Once I have my participants' information typed into the boxes, I'll go ahead and click this add option here, and we'll notice that it drops that information down, allowing me to enter in my next person and their name, quantity 1, and view report options. I do have to make sure that I click add on the very last person before I go ahead and assign the access codes. Anybody that's left in this area here will not be included in that email list. Once I have everybody in my list that I like, I'll go ahead and click the assign access codes, and I can proceed through the next screens. If I have a large list of people that I would like to add, I'm always able to import from Excel. And if you are following along inside your own admin account, I highly recommend that you download the import template for future use. What this will do is it will save an Excel document to your computer that you can use to compile all of your emails and names in one spot. And when you get to this stage of sending out the access codes, you'll go ahead and you'll click on that upload option, search for that document, and it will pull all that information in, making your respondent list match what you put in that Excel document. Super handy to have and something that you can use on a reoccurring basis. If I do have existing profiles inside my account, I am able to use existing reports so that the participant either doesn't have to answer as many questions, or it helps their dot stay localized to where it was originally. Using existing reports, you're able to go ahead and search inside your admin account and find those that you would like to send the specific profile you're working on. This one in particular is sales. And so we'll go ahead and grab a couple profiles from the Everything Disc product line. We'll grab a management. Let's do a productive conflict as well. And I'm able to go ahead and select next. All of these people that have been added to my participant list are going to receive a link, and they won't have to answer quite as many questions. It is still going to deduct the 25 credits per person, but it will help their dot stay in a more localized area to where it was before. Once I've reviewed my list, I'm ready to go. I have all my people in here. I'm going to click this option to assign access codes. I'm going to get 2 prompts that are going to come up, and it's going to tell me how many credits will be deducted from my account, and I'll go ahead and click OK. The second prompt is going to ask if I would like to create a custom message. A custom message is your opportunity to put any information in the email that has the link in it. Who they need to reach out to for questions, how long is this going to take, what program is this for, those types of things. I do have a template created, and I'll show you where to create those in a few more slides. Again, we're seeing those system variable options, so I don't need to edit those, but I do have a section here where I'm able to change this in the moment on when I want them to have this profile completed by. I do also include an estimated time on how long it's going to take. Each profile on the PDF version is going to take about 15 to 20 minutes to complete. And the results, if I give them access to their completed report after they're done, I let them know that. And also instructions to please print it and bring it to the meeting. I do like to wrap it up with a nice little signature so they know who sent it. Once I have this correct the way that I would like it, I'm able to go ahead and click OK. What I'm looking for is up at the top there. It says the action you've requested has been completed. Epic is generating those links to go out to the people that I have specified here below, but it is not going to send them out until a little bit later today with a reminder email to go a couple days before I need them finished. If I'm looking at this list of people and I'm realizing that I forgot somebody, I'm able to click create a new report, and it'll take me right back to the spot where I'm able to specify the respondent name and the email. If I am completely done with this process, I'm able to go ahead and click on that Epic logo up in the top left, and it'll take me back home. We're able to see the access code status has changed a little bit from the first time that we came into the admin account. And now we're able to see that these profiles are set up for pending. There's 2 options when you're looking at this. Under the status section, it's either going to be pending or complete. Once all of my people have completed, I'm ready to create a group report. I want a compiled piece of information that's going to show how this whole team's going to work together. I'm going to go back under that Manage Reports dropdown. I'm going to click on Create New Report / Issue Access Code. I'm going to again go to the Everything Disc product family, but now when I look at this product list, I'm going to be looking a little bit lower on that product list. As we're looking at this list here, a Worka Leaders group report and a Worka Leaders facilitator report will only work with the Worka Leaders PDF profile. We also have a group culture report and a facilitator report. These are going to work with any of the Everything Disc products that you see up above it. So any of the PDF or the Catalyst profiles, you are able to create a facilitator or a group culture. The major difference between a group culture report and a facilitator report is that the facilitator report does show the names of the participants, where a group culture report allows you to remain anonymous. Worka Leaders group report, facilitator report, group culture report, and a facilitator report are 25 credits per group, and there is no limit to the amount of people that you can have in a group report. A comparison report is a one-on-one report where if you and I were going to be working on a project together, it would show things from my perspective on how we work together, and then it would create a second report on how we work together from your perspective. And then a team view report is going to be a visual snapshot of the team. There's not a lot of text dialogue. It's going to be set up in more of a grid format where you are able to see each person, their style, and their dot placement. For this example, we'll go ahead and create a facilitator report. This is probably going to be the most commonly created report. We'll go ahead and we'll click next. It is going to be those 25 credits per group. I'm able to select a folder and a subfolder if I wanted to. This is where that facilitator report is going to live. If I wanted to give it a report name, I absolutely can. Keep in mind that this does appear on the cover of the report. If you are going to be handing this out to the team, just make sure that you're putting something that makes sense for everybody. And then when we get down into the participants section, we click on add and it brings up our search criteria. You are able to, as your account grows, go by date range. If you have multiple different products, you're able to do product, family, and product. You can go by different languages if that's something that you have a variety of, as well as folders if you wanted to grab a specific group that you've been working with. You can also search by email or access code if you do know those. And then you're also welcome to just go ahead and type in their name if you're looking for just a couple people. Because this is a smaller account, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to click search, and it is going to bring up all of the individual completed reports that I'm able to pull from. Keep in mind that when you're creating a group report, it will only pull from completed reports. So if you do still have people that are pending, it's my recommendation that you wait until the very last person completes so that they can be included in here and you don't have to come back and edit. Editing group reports is limited. So again, recommend that you wait until the very last person has completed. So I'll go ahead and check the boxes of those that I would like included in this group report. I am able to either select all if I just want everybody. I'm also able to pick and choose the people that I need inside this group report. We'll go ahead and click on next. If I'm looking at this list again and maybe I forgot somebody, I can always go back and click add. And again, I can sort my search criteria if needed, or I can just hit search and it will show me who is already selected and who is not, so I don't grab somebody twice. You can go back as many times as you would like when you're in this process of building that group report. And then once I have the team the way that I like it, I'll go ahead and I'll click on next. 25 credits will be deducted from my account. Keep in mind that these are not credits that you can get back. Once you create this group report, those credits are counted, and so you cannot get those back. We'll click OK, and then we're going to go ahead and view our report. I'm going to recommend that you grab the facilitator report and the group poster. A group poster is a free addition to your group report or facilitator report that just is a nice visual representation of your team. Once the report is generated, we do have a view, save, or email option for both the facilitator report and the group poster. So I'm able to view that, save it, or if I needed to send it directly over to somebody, I could do that as well. We'll click on that Epic logo up in the top left here and we'll go back to our homepage. When we're talking about viewing completed reports, there's a couple different ways for you to get your participants' PDFs. The Manage Reports dropdown If you just have 1 or 2 people that you would like to grab, the view print email completed report section is super easy. Again, it's going to bring up those search criteria options for you, and you're able to search by folder. You do actually have to select the individual, and so this is why it's really great if you just got a couple people that you need to grab, because it is a 1-by-1 basis. The other option that you have under the manage reports is going to be the batch functions. And so there's generate reports for download. This is where you're able to go ahead and specify and grab a bunch of profiles at one time if you needed, rather than going in and grabbing just one-offs. You do have to select the product family as well as the product, and then English automatically generates, and you'll click search. Because this is a smaller account, we're going to use a little bit more of our imagination here, and we're going to pretend that I have a lot of people in the workplace profile section that I need to grab. And I've gone through and I've checked the boxes of those that I would like to grab. Maybe I need all of them, maybe I just need some, but you are able to specify. There is also always going to be a select all option down at the very bottom. I recommend that you check all for the report content. And then you have an opportunity to create not only their individual profile, but a supplement for facilitators. The supplement for facilitators is a great addition to the individual's PDF. It is a 2 to 3 page report. It'll give you background information on the individual and maybe some different perspectives on why they scored the way that they did. You're able to create just that individual profile, the supplement, or both. Completely up to you. If you do select both, it will give you 2 PDFs per person. We'll go ahead and we'll click on next. It's going to give me the long list of names of people that we are generating. Again, we're using our imagination. And when I'm ready, I'll go ahead and click generate batch. It's going to let me know roughly how long it's going to take. And if we did have a large amount of people, it would take a little bit longer. We'll go ahead and we'll click OK. And then it is going to let me know who is going to be notified when it is complete. If I wanted to move on and do other projects inside Epic, send out different codes or create more group reports, I'm able to do that as well. You just click on that Epic logo, go back to that home page, and you can continue operating inside Epic as the batch report is creating in the background. And we'll go ahead and do that. We'll move on to the Manage Your Account dropdown. I'll go back and show you how to download that batch report when it's all ready. But under that Manage Your Account dropdown, this is where you're going to unassign access codes. You are going to have an opportunity to do a little bit of folder maintenance, as well as add additional administrators and create some activity reports. So I will show you what those look like. That Manage Your Account dropdown is going to be the second option here. And so right away, we do have an opportunity to unassign those access codes. If you do have somebody who either isn't going to complete the program or maybe got the access code twice, accidents happen, it's okay. You're able to unassign that access code as long as it's pending. Once it's marked completed, those credits are counted and you're unable to get those credits back. If I do have any pending profiles, which would be the 3 that we just queued up earlier today, I'm able to pull back those codes because nobody has clicked in to complete the profile. Let's say I want to grab all 3 of them. We'll go ahead and click on next. And then I'll click unassign access codes. What's going to happen is all 75 credits are going to come back to my admin account. The links that were created for those have been deactivated. Should a participant click on a link of an unassigned access code, it will just give them an error code and ask them to reach out to you. At which point, if you hadn't already made communication with them about their profile being deactivated or unassigned, you could have that conversation with them at that time. Going back to that home page, we're now able to see that our batch report is ready to download. So if we go backwards just a little bit, we'll see this blue bar here and we're able to click on download. It does bring up an opportunity for us to download that, save it to our computer. Now we have a zip file of all of our participants if I wanted to send that off and get those bound, or just print them out and bring them to a session that we're having. I have downloaded that batch report. We'll go ahead and click OK. And when we go back to our home page, we notice that that blue bar is gone because I've downloaded that. We're also noticing that our people are not here either because we unassigned those codes. If you do have multiple administrators in your account, somebody forgot to include a folder when sending out access codes, you are able to go in and organize those unfiled reports. You're also able to create new folders if you know you got a lot of programs coming up and you don't want to miss a folder or something like that. You can create them. You can also create subfolders. You're also able to transfer contents. This folder here has 16 profiles in it, and I'm able to transfer who and what I would like to a different folder if needed. Back under that Manage Your Account drop down, if you do have the need to add additional administrators, you can do so from the Manage Users. It's my recommendation that you have at least 2 people that have different logins into this account in case one of them gets locked out or somebody leaves. There's a lot of different scenarios. It's super helpful if you have multiple administrators that can have access inside this account. When creating an additional admin, you'll go ahead and type in their name, give them a username, and then send them an email. They will create their own password, and then they'll be able to log in. You do have to specify what user level you would like them to be. Super administrators can do everything inside the account, like adding additional admins, removing admins, and changing the personal options. A administrator is going to be able to only send out access codes and view completed reports. Anybody that you give administrative access to will be able to see all of your admin account. You cannot section out certain areas for certain administrators. They can log in, use your credits, and have access to everything inside your account. If you did get to a point where you needed to remove administrative access, you have a super administrator come in, and there will be an X next to their name over here. You're able to click on that, and it will remove their access and deactivate their username. The last area under that Manage Your Account dropdown is going to be these activity reports. There's a lot of different opportunities for these. We've heard a few different areas as far as understanding who has and has not completed as your account grows in these profile completion, either detail or summary. Awesome reports. Pending credits is something that we've heard people do quarterly to come back and figure out how many profiles they have that are out there that maybe haven't been completed or a program's done, stuff like that. Then you're able to go in and unassign those access codes. If you're looking for somebody and you think maybe they were unassigned, that's that unassigned access codes activity report. One of the last drop downs that we'll go through in Epic is going to be the personal options drop down. So there is an opportunity for you to view/edit your account information, manage those custom messages, and create sample reports, but they do have your contact information on the cover versus ours. So it's a little bit nicer to have that. Personal options is going to be third from the left, and we'll go ahead and click on view/edit account information. This page is going to look familiar to a lot of you. This is where you're going to start inside your admin account. When we're looking at the report cover contact information, this is what's going to appear on the cover and the welcome page that your participants receive for their profiles. It's going to be a nice area for you to put in your name and your contact information so they know who the report and the link was provided by. The company information, if you're ever talking to support and you need to know what your account ID is, can be found in this area. You are also able to update, edit, change, or delete the logo. The emails sent from my Epic account, highly recommend that you send this to the IT department of the people you're sending codes to, whether it's in your own organization or if it's for someone else. This is where the emails with the links come from. And I'm going to recommend that you whitelist that email so that those links do not go into a junk or spam folder. If you have somebody who maybe does not need to be an administrator but does want to receive notifications, you're able to add them to this list here. It doesn't give them administrative access. It just sends them email notifications on if somebody's completed or if your account is running low or stuff like that. And then if you have made any changes to this section, make sure that you hit save all the way down at the very, very bottom. Any information that has not been saved will just resort back to the way that it was. Personal options, manage custom messages. This is where you can create those templates that you can then edit when you're sending out your access codes. You have the ability to create new message folders as well as new messages. If you do have multiple administrators, make sure that you guys are all on the same page when understanding which custom message you're supposed to be using. When you're creating a custom message, you can give it whatever title makes sense for you. Select that folder, and then those system variables are making a reappearance where you can have Epic fill in any of that information that you would like. Respondent name, maybe we want to do access code, and then just making sure that you're typing outside of those brackets so that any information that Epic needs to autofill can go inside those brackets. Be as specific or as generic as you would like in here, because you are able to edit this as you go when you get to the point of sending out those access codes. And then once you like this information, you'll go ahead, you'll click save, and it will give you an opportunity to grab that the next time you go in and send out your access codes. Sample reports are a good way to view a profile before being charged the credits to administer it to your participants. You'll select the product family, and maybe you wanted to take a look at what a facilitator report looks like, or maybe a team view. You're able to create a sample team for that group. And again, you can view, save, or email that if in case you needed to send it off to somebody. When we're looking at this, it's going to have that information that we seen on the report cover contact when we were looking at that personal options page, as well as our company logo. There's various help options out there for you. There are going to be help videos inside Epic under that help dropdown. A lot of that's going to cover areas that we went over today. There is also going to be a help section on discprofile.com. We have information for both Epic and Catalyst, if Catalyst is a direction that you would like to go. We also have some information on how to manage your assessments, and some technical troubleshooting. So there's a lot of really great information on discprofile.com. We are also always happy to help you. Feel free to reach out to the team for any support on that. There's a couple different areas on discprofile.com that will also help you. Maybe you're looking for some additional facilitation support. We have different categories as far as tools and tips with some activities and research. We have our own posters and slide decks and worksheets. We also have some tips on getting started with DISC, or some clarifying concepts. So feel free to check out our facilitation support section. And then as far as purchasing goes, if your admin account resides with us at discprofile.com, you're going to go to discprofile.com under that buy dropdown, and you're going to click on Epic Credits. This is where you're going to buy credits to replenish your account. Don't buy profiles because they're not going to be automatically connected. We also have facilitation kits, training aids, as well as some additional books. Feel free to check all of that information out on discprofile.com. I know we talked a lot about the traditional side of things, but if Catalyst is something that you're thinking that you want to take a look at, there is a free upgrade to Workplace on Catalyst through the end of 2025. So feel free to reach out to us if you want to know about any of the information that's on your screen now. There's different discprofile.com events. We do host a couple different events that are going to be focused on Catalyst, whether it's just general information about Catalyst or the newest feature, which is going to be WorkSmart on Catalyst. We do also host roundtables and new product demos, so feel free to reach out to us if you would like to participate or learn more about all of those. And on behalf of the entire discprofile.com team, I want to thank you for hanging out with us today. Staying connected with us is going to be super easy. We have a Facebook and a LinkedIn for you to connect with us and other practitioners. You're on our YouTube, which is where you're going to get some really great instructional and informational videos. If you did like this content, feel free to like, subscribe, or comment information that maybe you need more of. Our Pinterest and our Instagram are going to be areas where you can find some great content as well. And if you are not already, I highly recommend signing up for our newsletter. It's going to be a fabulous place to stay up to date with all of the things that's going on with everything Discworld and us at discprofile.com. Again, thank you very much for hanging out with us today. I really appreciate it, and I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day.